Okay, now we're looking at that doing a leg wax. So you look at a leg and you go either do a half leg or a full leg. Always make sure, ask your client whether or not they'd like their toes done and the top of their foot. With a half leg, I would always say go over the knee. So just above the knee would be your half leg, and then all the way up to the end of the leg would be for your full leg. Okay, so application wise, I'm going to show. If you have a look at the hair growth on the legs, they're generally growing downwards. As you can see here, they're growing down. So this is the way you're going to place your wax on, going downwards, and then you're going to pull it up away from where the hair is growing. So first we need to get our pre-wax. So again, we're using a sensitive pre-wax here. You can either put it onto your gloves or you can use a cotton bud, but it's normally easier with a cotton bud as you're going to be using your gloves for the actual wax procedure. You need to make sure this is dry before you then start to wax, otherwise the wax won't sit on here. So just give it a couple of seconds after to make sure everything's dry. And obviously as you then move over to the back of the legs, you do exactly the same on the back of the legs. Okay, so just test. Perfect. So we're going to start off here. Remember, in the direction the hair's going. So keep the leg, manipulate the leg as to where you need to move to. And as you can see, that's still a bit wet, so you can see there where the wax has not gone on properly. So that's why it's important you allow it to dry. Just go back over that again. And try and apply in one nice long strip. Okay, and now you're going to place, so always give yourself a bit of room for where you're going to actually use to pull the wax strip off. A nice firm rub. Support the skin at the end and then pull. Back on, lift up and pull. So always make sure you're giving it a nice rub, so that way you're getting all the wax stuck onto the strip. So it's a lot, when you're pulling it off, it's all going to come off in one go. And then go back over and just get any parts you've missed. And there we go. Perfect. Then you're going to move the leg over. As you can see at the moment, there's no blood spotting, so you're fine to use your spatula back and forth in the wax pot. As soon as you see any blood spotting, you'd have to change your spatula every time. With this now, you can come onto the foot. So always start at the bottom and work your way up. Nice pull, support underneath and pull. You will find when the feet are a bit cold, that can happen, so just give the wax a nice rub. Warm that foot up and there it goes. Then you would repeat this step on the whole leg. With the knee, you're going to ask your client to put their knee up and just give it a bend. So you're going to work over the knee and down. Okay, so work over the knee and down. Over the knee and down. So you can put as much wax on as you'd like to begin with, or you can do it in little sections. It's entirely up to you how you'd like to work. Just make sure that's nicely covered. So always make sure you've wiped your spatula off underneath, so you've got nothing dripping, so you're going to and from and there's nothing dripping between you and the wax pot on your client. See, nothing dripping. Perfect. So now you could ask your client here to pull with their hands, just give that a nice pull. On you go. You support underneath and pull up. you're working this part of the knee and then you're working this part of the knee. And then just go back and get any excess off. And there you go, that's your knee completed.